Okay, you guys good to go now?
It's rock and roll, lads.
Wow.
There you go, my white dry shoes for the day. How's it going, my Mr. GoPro companion?
We awoke to the sound of Megan Trainor singing All About That Bass, a decision I had made the night before and immediately regretted. I think it was 6 o'clock and we wanted to leave by 6:30, that's when the sun rose. We packed up relatively quickly. By we, I mean Jack and I, as well as the teachers. Jasmine left a hat in a tent and we had to unpack it. Jack and I took everyone's water bottles and filled them up at the Cascades. Jack Painter had Miss Cartwright's water bladder and tripped over, puncturing it in several places. Miss wasn't too happy about that, but she taped it back up in no time when we left. We had a bit of a dilemma today because the original plan was to leave Biddlecombe and walk to 17 Mile, stopping at Crystal Falls for lunch. That's X amount of kilometers. But seeing as the group wasn't feeling so good, we predicted we weren't going to get all the way to 17 and instead would end up camping at Crystal. Doing this would mean we would have X amount of kilometers to catch up at some point along the way, and we would be behind schedule. Being behind schedule is not cool. This is eventually what did happen, but we'll get to that in a bit. Today was Neve's turn to lead, but the teachers pulled us aside and said someone else should. At least for the start of the day, so I did. I tried to be kinda straightforward with everyone whilst giving the illusion that I was giving them choice. I think this is the key to getting things done in the most efficient way. For example, after asking people for their opinion on what we should do, I would say, we should keep walking for another 20 odd minutes and take 5 minutes standing break, then continue for another 15 or so. Does that sound good to everyone? This way I gave them a choice, but at the end of the day controlled what was happening. Most of the time the group would come up with that decision by themselves. It's good to give people choice, but at the end of the day, the leader is still the leader and is in charge of getting there on time. We walked really well for this part of the day. We had a good pace going, everyone was keeping together. Neve fell over once, but that was okay. We made it to the first designated breakpoint virtually without interruption. There was a helicopter fly past, but that was about it, I think. The first breakpoint was a little thing of traditional art. It was pretty cool, but we spent most of the time patching up our feet. Miss tried to eat a fly. We stayed a little longer than we should have, about an hour, I think.
Electrolytes?
What flavour?
Apple and blackcurrant, I think it was.
You want to suck it?
Wait, what was the flavour that I had yesterday, Jack?
There was a lot of steep hills to get over for this next section of the journey. There were asthma attacks, falling over, but most importantly, there was beef
Want to get the jerky up?
jerky.
Helicopter, right there. That's camp. Right lads, that is camp.
We had a pretty slow pace, but we got to the camp. There was some men there with a helicopter. I think they were fixing the toilet. When we got there, we swam. After that we had lunch, just wraps and stuff, then I set up a tarp. I was pretty proud of that tarp. Then we went for another swim. For dinner we had fried rice, but it wasn't very good because we got impatient and didn't let it cook for long enough. Yeah. Neve and Jasmine had carbonara, and Mr. Tate and Miss Cartwright had some soup that they made up on the fly. It looked pretty good. Yep, then sleep. Day 2. Completed.